ESPN Baseball.
Ground ball. Volpe. And in the dirt. Scooped up by Rice, but his foot came off the bat.
Crooks, hard ground ball that gets through Devers and into rights. Wynn goes first to third. And
here they are. They're hot.
Lee bouncing ball off the glove of Thomas Sajazi.
Blue ball is unbelievable. This one wrapped down to third, and it goes right off the glove of Correa. A moment ago, the hero with a home run off the...
Frelick, hard ground ball is booted by Triolo. His second error tonight.
Jake Fraley bounces it over there to Suarez. He bobbles it, and Fraley reaches.
Something special. Dwayne B.A., it seems like they're on the cusp of doing that if they can keep these winning ways up.
Well, there's a bunt down that first base side, and it's bobbled, recovered, and the throw. Safe call there.
Average 101 wins per season. That's how dominant they have been.
That ball sizzled past Kramer. It ate up Jackson Holiday and ended up in center field. Looked like that ball.
Fireworks show. You could have gone with some Culture Club there. No?
No.
All right. Perdomo. Locklear couldn't quite make the tag. The throw pulled him off.
Ryan Hayes, a two-run double. It's the biggest hit of the game so far. He tops this to short. Bichette bobbled. That's no play.
At Petco Park, Don.
We saw that a year ago against the Atlanta Braves as they took game one. Here's a bunt bid by Fermin. The new pitcher ends as they go off the glove of the first baseman. And reaching is Fermin.
A good look. Nick Fortes leads it off, and a ground ball to short. Bobble there by Crawford, reaching across. And Fortes is on again. This time to lead off the inning.
Some consistency with a breaking ball.
This one tapped. It's Lewis throwing and dropped at first base by Clemens. No contact play. Soderstrom stays at third base.
Fastball up and away. You have to think middle third of the field.
Off the glove of Harris, and Lee is safe.
Tried to get to 4,000, and he was like, no. Another weak ground ball. Bernabell, trouble with it, and Paz is going to reach.
On the ground, slowly hit. Koss, a bobble. It's too late. The Glaciers is on. Inning continues.
The record is the record, but they're the only team with a losing record.
Ground ball to third. This is a tough play for Arcia. And Kennedy's going to reach. I know both of you guys were outfielders, but that...
One earned run, that is. The last 3 months. Bounce it to first. Race to the bag. Goldschmidt can't get it out of his glove, and we'll see how this is ruled. Just out in front of a pitch. There it was. Off heel. Can he find it in time? No. And Yoshida's aboard to start the second.
Last year, and that was far from a given. Hit hard on the ground. Backhand. Cole Young gathers over to first. A little bit high. And an error on Young, who's been pretty sure-handed over there since coming up.
Pounding to the ground, and that one goes off of Keyshaw.
Machado on a tricky hop, can't field it cleanly, and Garver reaches base.
So he is certainly taking away the push bunt.
Back up the middle. Mydroff, a little bobble, and unable to make the play. Let's see how they rule that.
Hitting for Jake Rogers. There's a ground ball to McKinstry. And Thomas in there on the air and throw. So we have seen the Tigers.
Leadoff hitter shortstops have been on fire. Grounded out to his counterpart. And Turner, high throw and off
the bag comes Harper, and Lindor is safe.
Strikeouts. Or 15 strikeouts, so he's not a big strikeout pitcher.
That one hit hard, and it goes right through Lee, the shortstop, into left.
That's what you want your center fielder to do.
Got to be communication. It's all about communication.
Oh, Story, who's had a pretty good run at shortstop of late, just committed his second error of the season.
3 balls and a strike. Back up the middle. Volpe boots it. And Carroll is safe at first. In this game and face the bottom 3 now here in this 8th inning. Ground ball and stays underneath the glove of Baldwin at 3rd. And they're going to rule that in E5. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Grounded back up the middle. And is Sosa charging, but on the transfer, unable to get the ball out cleanly. As
10-8. Right off the end of the bat, and that's bobbled by Alexander, and the door is open a little bit. Alexander.
This one cued off the mound. Zebby bare hands bobbles and bobbles a second time and no play.
A slippage from Duran. Alvarado can't come up with a baseball, and he can't come up with it again. Everyone's
stands. He tries to find somewhere to go mentally, just to clear his mind before a pitch, as Lewis misses it. So Machado on the ground, and the Twins had a costly error last night at San Diego.
To this count, they've been trying to get him with a bender.
wow, smokes up the middle. Bichette with a low throw in the dirt. And the inning continues.
Doesn't go twice as much batting practice, but maybe 1.5 times.
On the ground, it's bobbled by Arias and will not be able to make the play.
Brewer's not able to square him up.
Big chopper in front of the mound, and it's dropped by Senga. No chance to get the speedy Perkins.
And it was really bad. High chop, left side. Bregman bobbles that. And India will reach.
Lefty, first batter that he faces is his pitching counterpart today. And Ohtani chops one down to first. That's off of the glove of Burleson and Shohei Zabor.
Second of it, just to watch them, how they interact when they were players.
It's grounded to short. Trevor Story, a pretty good defender in his own right, with a low throw, and it gets by Toro. Now the runner Smith has to scramble back to first, but he does get in safely.
He continues to take the baseball for the Halos' 22nd start, but just hasn't been able to get a win. That's off the glove of Shotwell, and that's probably going to be an error at first base. We'll have to wait to see, but either way, that's a play that
I make it a point.
Yep.
I make it a point to give it to the kid.
Knuckled to third, and Urshela bobbles it, throws to first. He's not going to have a play. That had a lot of spin.
Rolls it over to third. Westberg to first. High throw. He's safe.
He throws that pitch more often than not, and that's exactly what they've identified with that changeup.
Up the middle to the backhand of Altuve, and he bobbles it. And Ramirez is safe at first.
John Vukovic's glove that he saw Davis playing with.
Well, Kyle Farmer had
the 1-2 swing, hits it on the ground, third base side, backhanded by Bregman. He bobbles it, still gets a throw off, but it's not in time. India reaches.
That has been really good for him the last couple appearances.
On the ground to third. Muncy on the backhand can't handle it, and he won't throw across.
It's a strike.
Bouncer in the hole. It kicks off the glove of Walls. So the Angels get their first base runner thanks to a misplay by a shortstop. That
first is 13th of the year. It's the first one on one hop right to Bogaerts. Wild throw, and Lourdes stays put.
Back strikeouts, and then gets Winker on a fly ball.
And then a little soft ground ball from Soto. Bobbled by Holiday, who shovels to first, not in time. It was.
This one up the middle. Montgomery. And unable to make the play.
Skubal. 2-2. JP with a backhand deep and a bobble and a rare blunder by JP Crawford. A one-out base runner.
John. That ball's hit sharply to second, off the feet of McLean. And the Phillies have the leadoff batter aboard.
With the glove. To his credit, and that's a fair ball that was touched by Lowe in foul ground after it got by the bag. And ending up at second. Off speed, had him out ahead, and now Toro fails to make the connection. And then the ball kind of swatted around by Gonzalez. See how he fares on the first payoff pitch of the game. He's going to throw a strike. Brady House comes charging, and then it just goes right down off of his glove for his
softball. Kim chops it to second. It's booted by Whitcomb, and he has no play. You don't have a lot of room for error.
Third on the throw nonsense, but the official score did a good job of seeing exactly what was going on. Wow, that's a nifty pickup by McKinstry, but the throw is low and outside to Keith, and he couldn't hold on.
Not.
There's Riley Adams. He gets jammed. And another error by the Tigers. Nats are hitting hot potatoes all over the infield here.
To the mound, and there's, 5 or 6 scouts right behind home plate.
Yeah, a little breaking ball chopped toward the middle. And a high throw, safe at first. Josh Lowe is going to reach.
On the ground to the right side. Rafaela kicks it away. And Nico's safe at first.
And Jacob Young to the right side, and that's where Cronenworth is stationed. He will put everybody safe. And Jay Cronenworth will make his
scoreless inning streak snap there in the 4th. Gets sharply out to short. Lopez keeps it in front of his body. High throw to first that he sails into the camera well. That'll be the 5th.
Hitting .270 for the year, and he hits the ground ball toward the middle of the diamond. The hop comes up nicely for Acuna, but the low throw can't be handled by Vientos, who's immediately tested at first base.
All year has been around the Arizona offense.
To shortstop, Perdomo, and that ends up wildly away from first. Ground ball at second base, and that sneaks on through from Sajaci, who looked like he was in front of it instead. On 0-1, it's a ground ball to shortstop. Mauricio Dubon, a high throw and a cartwheel safely. Handspring, somersault, cartwheel.
Shortstop's in all of baseball.
Suarez rolls one to third and kicks off Moncada into left field. So that should be an error on the Angels' third baseman, allowing Suarez to reach to begin this inning.
Soft ground ball, charging is Volpe. Fields fires, and a nice no, he can't come up with the ball. The scoop by Rice was not executed.
Starts getting slippery, and it become an issue.
McMahon bobbles, regains, fires. That'll be an E5.
A peek as to if Bailey Ober is coming off the IL to start the finale and the rubber game of this series tomorrow. And now Trevor Story with an error.
The broken bat bouncer. It's Smith playing shortstop, dropping the ball. So Newman reached
for that ball barehanded. The ball's not moving really fast. And probably not. Don't panic as much either.
And now Royce unable to transfer from glove to hand. That's the play he has been making.
First pitch swinging from the Twins and not doing much with it either. Doing a lot of that.
Yeah, ground ball, and this is bobbled by Abrams. That'll be an error. On the ground, Montgomery backing up, and it gets into left field. Going first to third is Horner.
And I don't know, a little tapper back to Garcia. Well, he bobbles. Now throws high, and Wilson is on.
I'm not going to lead you down that path. Maybe later. Short hop, gathered in. Stretch it first, safe. And the first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez.
In and out of the glove of Rice. Wagner will reach, and the run will score.
On a day-to-day basis.
It's 2 balls and a strike on Max Kepler. It's a bouncer back to the mound. Warren fires it over the head of Volpe. And now on the play at second base, Marsh gets back. He almost overran the bag, and Chisholm.
Cardinals picked him up, returned to St. Louis, finished in KC. Third base. Oh, Suarez. E5.
What would you say throughout your career was the one that was the most difficult?
You know, yeah, there's been a lot of ups and downs. You know.
Bouncing ball over his Terang, and he bobbles, and Sanoja is going to reach. It's going to be a rare error for Bryce Terang. Now it's Castellanos. Nobody out. Bouncing ball third base, and Muncy can't pick it. Everybody safe. Muncy took a swipe.
PR departments act like Secret Service agents no more than public relations, but the Angels have a great PR department. As we see the third baseman Urias has fumbled a couple over there today. Comprehend how great these guys are, even the guys that you don't think are any good at this level. There's an example of it there as Kieboom makes an error. But even so, Carter Kieboom.
Home run. Ground ball. And no one's going to be there. Well, yeah, Michael Kelly is, but drops the ball.
Hasn't won a playoff series since the 1995 NLDS. Tapped in front of home plate by Caleb Durbin. Abbott off the mound, throws it away. A tough play.
Ground ball, tough hop. Goldschmidt bobbles and has no play. Lineup. Grounded to third, backing up Westberg. High throw, and Slater running hard beats it out.
With the bag at third, Paul DeYoung, Mydroth, good speed. To the right side, little in between, and off the mitt of Josh Bell. Nats did not make an error.
7, he doesn't walk much. 11th pitch of the at-bat. Churio hits it sharply, and De La Cruz boots it. Wow. There's a ground ball. Guzman is there. Oh, but he boots it. That's another error. That is disappointing. Too bad.
Tampa Bay. And they have not fared well against these teams.
Guerrero lines one into left. Might have broken his bat too, but he's got a base hit, his second hit of the night.
Back toward the middle, off the mound. Schwarber goes to third. Whoa, they pulled him right off the bag. He's safe.
Schneemann, a key pinch hit, 2-run single last night. Chops this one behind the bag at first. It gets by Torkelson. It went off his glove, and Schneemann will go to second.
Castellanos now the hitter. Hits it sharply toward the hole. Backhanded by Lopez. And he pulls him off the bag. It's going to be his second.
Best out pitch, though, is that knuckle curve. Opponent's hitting just .219 off of that pitch.
And he's looking to get it out of here, but it's off the glove of Seymour instead. Off the dirt and off the backhand.
Hitting there's some more napkins. Now we're talking.
Witt with a ground ball to the right side. It's handled by Moore, and then he bobbled, and that's too late after that. You can't get Bobby Witt after the
Mobile Park. And a good time for it. Up the middle, one hopper. Long throw. RCI. It's dropped.
Tonight. Rivero spent some time with the Royals a few years ago as he pops this one out. This is India and Caglione, and it's Caglione dropping the ball.
Kevin Connor standing by with that Reds update. As Pete Crow will hit one to third base. You'll get that. Oh, no, you won't. You'll get it right now. That ball thrown away by Vientos.
Breaking ball grounded to short. Backhanded by Story. And the low throw cannot be corralled.
Josh Naylor. 3. Slowly hit to Sajazi. Oh! Burleson. Koss goes the other way. It's going to chase Walker. And Walker drops it. And Koss is going to stand on.
About, what, 4 more inches, maybe? Hard ground ball short, and that is bobbled by Lee. Higashioka is on. That was a
Ground ball, and sprawling out is Turang, and he throws it away.
Custer, get that one working tonight. All over it. Little roller right side. And the underhand feed. Corbin got there but lost the baseball.
Whacked on the ground to shortstop. Off the glove of Lopez. He let it eat him up. And the Phillies have a 2-out base run.
Big chopper to third. Arenado gets rid of it quickly. And Burleson not able to hang on.
Gino's got it. No, he doesn't. Instead of out number.
Put a whole lot of pressure on Marlins pitching in that recent series. Bouncer to third base. Lewis on the run, throws high. And Freeman is on. That is
Soderstrom reviewing that last pitch. This one popped up sky high. Charging in will be all the infielders. It's got to be the pitcher fielding it. He doesn't find it. Nick Kurtz scores. It's 1-0.
Podcast. Big chopper to third. Chapman throws it high, and it squirts over the glove.
4th inning, 3-1 Washington. Robert Hassel just into the game, gets his first at bat, and he hits one that banks off Alonso for an error. Well, the Mets.
Because the weather forecast leading up to this series was not great. Same spot for Roku this time. Fitzgerald shifting over a bit, and an out recorded. Julian.
Love that guy. Actually, that is our dear friend. This is pulled hard, and it gets through Moncada and Orlando Arcia with the rock.
We seem to like it a lot more now. We love the pace of play. Bobbled. No, he won't get him. As Yainer Diaz beats that
generation, and that's, we've seen a generation of Rays fans grow up.
Williams reaching for that one, and had it skipped by. And to third, and it goes through Caminero. Rafaela's going to go to.
Having a solid ending to his season after being recalled on August 1st. Out to Hernandez. Unloaded that very quickly on that errant throw.
We just never really see anything like this. Westburg shatters his bat, and it gets past Warren.
There you go. The
Shattered bat, bruised it.
5 for a team that takes 2 out of 3. That goes down to a magic number of 3 if you get a sweep, and there is an error. Second error.
Legend. I mean, a baseball legend.
It sure beats working, that's for sure. Ground ball short, grabbed by Story. And a long throw, and the pick will not come true. It's skipped in.
2-1 the count to Pena. on the ground to short. J.P. Crawford is there. And that throw is going to get by Josh Naylor, a routine play.
High leg kick, do all kinds of crazy things to him.
Off the end of the bat, Green reached for it. De La Cruz cannot field it cleanly, and that is going to allow Ballesteros to reach.
Bohm starts off the Phillies' 8th. Off the glove of Blaze, kind of a tricky tweener hop right there deep in that hole, and it bounces it.
2-4-5. High walks. And this one eludes Brujan over on the left side. Looked like a slight redirect off his glove. Didn't have much reaction.
Dropped by Devaney, recovers, throws, and it will be too late. He made a really nice play on Shaw.
Otto Lopez is sacked fly in that third, so he's 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Oh man, that sails.
60 innings or more, and Alexander and Tyler Glasnow. That one off the glove of Jeremy Pena. That ball seemed like it had a lot of
nothing but climb down into the mid 2s by the end of the season.
And to third, and that ball skips by Gray. Here's a quick turn at first. Springer's heading for second, and he is
to third. Iglesias with a bobble, and Goodman will reach. Very rare.
Yeah. After the Hall of Famer, the late great Cubs second baseman Ryan Sandberg. In the second, high hop. Alexander's throw, not in time. And Luke Keyshaw.
Sounds like Roman Anthony will be a little bit longer. Here's Yoshida hitting bouncer. There's Caballero again near second base. Low throw, and Rice can't pick it out. So Yoshida reaches base. It's an error.
Thursday, then the following week, they get the Tigers at home for 3. Oh man, that one in and out of the glove of Jose Ramirez. So a 2-out error keeps the inning alive.
Blue Jays when they won their second championship in 1993. There's a liner, and it's caught by Renifo. No, it wasn't. He dropped it. So Renifo, it looked like, got caught there thinking about a double play before he secured.
What Freeman's doing, what Goodman's doing.
Grounder down to third. The backhand, Machado off his glove, and reaching at first is Goodman.
The right-hander making his 30th start of the season tonight. Acosta's first pitch swinging, and he yanks one out towards shortstop, and it gets by Abrams. That ate him up, and Abrams played it back. Probably going to be an error. It'll be his 12 RBIs, 8 extra base hits in 24 games. He's helping him win games and try to chase down his old organization. That rattled around and out of the mid of Eric Wagaman, and safe at first is Jorge Alfaro.
They're going in the zone to him. He's hitting it awfully hard.
This one is on the ground. Cabanero trying to cut it off at third, but can't make the play.
I'd like to see him get a base hit on that. That's not an easy play going to his left, but first.
Ground ball, backhanded by McMahon. The throw, and it pulls Rice off the bat.